We all die. We all die. We all die.
Red leather. Yellow leather.
Hello, everyone. This is the second episode of We All Die with a question mark. I always forget that I added the question mark.
Because you're so scared of it.
I know. I have to add in the question mark for comedic effect.
It's an agonizing cry.
But I know. I just felt exclamation point was too much.
Yeah, it was.
Right?
Because you don't really know.
I mean, do we not know?
It's like certain, but it's like, what about it?
Exactly.
Also, what's the podcast about? Question mark.
Oh, well, since you asked, Maggie, the podcast it's just going to be us talking. I mean, in case you didn't get it last week, it's going to be about...
Tacking.
We're just going to be talking, just chatting.
Chatting away.
Chatting away. Hen talk. Is that a thing that people say?
Hand talk?
Hen talk? You know,
No.
like they call us. Oh,
Nobody
okay.
says that.
Well, I'm going to make it happen.
All right.
So this is just two hens talking about the things that we experience in life with the ever looming promise of death.
Yeah.
Yeah. So today my guest is Maggie. Hello, Maggie.
Hello.
For those of you who don't know, you probably just never met us because we tell everyone. We've been friends for 15 years, right?
Since we were in second grade.
Yes, 2008, right?
Cheetah Girls was what
2002.
brought us together.
Yes.
We like to sing and dance.
So Raven Simone was the connector in our friendship. Thanks, Rave.
Yeah.
saw
Shout out. Not so, Raven.
You saw our future, and it was friendship.
It's the future. You could see us being friends forever.
So because we've had this long friendship, today's topic is going to be
Friendship. Hey, we're friends.
Shippy
We're friends
ship,
are friends
friendship.
now.
Bah.
Scooter black.
So Maggie, I wanted to bring Maggie on not just for that reason, but also because Maggie operates very much on if you're not a good person, I'm not going to be friends with you because life's too short and we die.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Maggie?
Yeah, and there's also, like, too many people in this world that, like, if I don't feel like I'm getting something out of a relationship, and that could be in any way, shape, or form, like love or acceptance, or then I will seek it elsewhere. Because I need to feel full, too.
Because you only have an allotted amount of time.
Exactly.
So just find it from another
source.
source.
Also, if I'm not happy, then, like, what's the point of my existence?
That is true. I operate from a very different... I'm not completely different.
No. We wouldn't be friends, though, if we were completely different.
I feel like I more, like, seek out the reasons of something not going my way. Yeah. Instead of just, like, accepting it as fact. And then I dwell on it. I circle in it. I internalize it. I mull it over for way too long.
One thing that's different about us, too, is you want people to know that they hurt your feelings.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas I'm like, I don't think they deserve to hurt me because I can't give them that power.
I know. But I like them to know so they don't do that to another person.
Yeah. But
and I think it also validates me.
What I always say is, like, if a person shows you who they are, like, believe them. Like, the first time they show you their real, true colors, like...
Isn't that Maya Angelou? Are you saying
I
Angelou?
know. Off the record.
I am Maya Angelou.
That, I don't know. Life's too short to give people bajillion chances.
Do you ever think about the fact that your friendships are, like, shaped by the time period we have on life? Or is that just always the system you've...
I think my friendships are... This is going to sound really selfish, but, like, how happy I am. Because, like, right now, in my life right now, I feel so, like...
fulfilled.
Happy. I don't... And I mean, there's a lot of shifts going on in my life right now, and I'm taking real charge of my life, who I surround myself with,
your career,
my intentions.
Yeah.
I'm like starting my career soon, and it's just like,
gotta line everything up.
yeah, and the people who I hang out with really make me feel loved and accepted for like who I am. And they like doing the same things that I like doing, but they also challenge me as a human being, like, and our friends, I think, that we have in common also do that. Like, none of our friends are like us. But we also have, like, the same personality. It's weird.
Yes. You and I, or people,
You and I especially, though.
Yeah. Well, what do you think has, like, guided us through 15 and still going on? Minus a year and a half. Yeah. But we don't talk about that. We just round it up.
I actually was thinking about this the other day when you asked me to do this, because I'm like, do you ever think about why we've been friends for so long?
Yeah.
And it's because no matter, like, if I'm mad at you, or you do something that I think is kind of messed up, or I do something that you're like, Maggie, that was, like, messed up. Yeah. You shouldn't have been doing that. Or, like, if we say something problematic, like, we can just go back to being, like, silly or honest, you know?
Well, yeah, I think I think it's easy for us to see, like, the absurdism of life, and we're just, like, I guess it really is shaped by death, because we both understand that life is too short.
Yeah, and, like, I feel like this, too, when we go to parties.
Uh-huh.
Like, we're always the ones that are dancing. We're always the ones that are laughing or talking to new people. And, like, it's rare to find people that are so comfortable with who they are that they're willing to have fun in any setting, which I think is why I love you so much. I'm gonna freaking cry right now. Which I think is why we both work so well, is because I just want to have fun. You know?
That's just kind of.
I love to have fun.
Yeah. But I think we can also be so serious. But I think we have, like, a perfect balance, because I feel like we can see that we want to, like, have fun and like, involve people and have all these good feelings, but we also, like, understand our negative feelings.
Yeah.
And we understand that they coexist.
We've been through a lot of, like, negative feelings.
Oh, yes. Yes, we have been.
Yeah.
We've been through, like...
Also, your upbringing was so different than mine.
I know. That's something I do think about.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but, like, when I think about our relationship. Like, we had such different childhoods. Mm-hmm. And it's funny that... I think it's interesting that we grew up together.
Yeah.
Like...
Which my brother always says, like, the problem with, like, romantic relationships nowadays is that you're growing as individuals up separately, and then you're trying to come together.
And it's just not.
And it's hard because you're already, like, who you are, you know? Whereas if you get married young, like, you're growing up together kind of thing. And, like, I feel like that with us, like, we have grown up together. We, like, discovered...
ourselves together.
Like, we discovered our, like...
our place in the world?
Yeah, and... or even thinking about, like, we first drove. Like, when you first get your license, or, like, when we first went to college, or, you know, like, we've experienced all of those milestones together.
Yeah. Like, even from a really young age. Like, first love interests. I mean, when we were love interests. Shout out to, you know who you are.
Yeah. Or, like, dealing with bullies.
Yeah. And I think we're also, because I think we're different in like, certain ways, but I think we're fundamentally the same people.
Yeah, I see that. I also think, like, people could have assumptions about you.
Uh-huh.
And they could have assumptions about me. But I know you. I've known you since second grade. And I'm like, well, she's that way because X, Y, Z, you know? And so it's like, I know you.
So you think that history is helpful for our friendship going on? Do you think history is important in any relationship?
No, because there's some people you just click with. Let's talk about that.
Oh, just initially clicking with people? Isn't that the best feeling in the whole world?
Like, shout out to Caitlin.
Oh, Caitlin, nice.
Like, she is such a beautiful soul that you just are immediately, like,
drawn to her.
Gravitated to her.
But there are some people that you want to click with because you think they're so cool and you just don't. So what is that, like, universal kind of connection?
Yeah, and, like, people, like...
Like, is it preset?
Like, also, we have a very distinct sense of humor that a lot of people don't understand at all.
Yeah, that's
like,
so true.
Like, a lot of times in high school, I didn't have a lot of friends because people were like, she's so weird. And, like, in high school, or not, in college, it was like... Oh, like, there's actually people out there that have a similar sense of humor to me, or like the same music, and I don't know. It's like it just opens a whole nother, and like, especially where we grew up too. I think shapes our high school experience.
Yeah, high school's a tough place for anyone who's listening to this. Still in high school. High school's just tough because there's so many people that are self-absorbed. Like, you're only focused on yourself. And there's also so much pressure to judge because you're being judged all the time. Yeah.
And there's a distinct pressure to have the high school experience. Because I felt that a lot.
That's so true. Watch Lady Bird.
Yeah, and it was like... But I had a really good time in high school, and I never had, like, a boyfriend or...
Well, you had me.
Yeah, I mean, I had you.
I was your girlfriend. Practically. I was your wife.
Seriously.
Just minus all the
with the emotional turmoil.
That's so true. All of it.
You were the hardest breakup I've ever had.
Oh, that's so true, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was soul crushing, bro. Because, like, we were so connected. And then, I don't even remember why at this point. Was it just that we were just sad? I honestly think we were just so sad. I think
what we needed, we couldn't give each other.
At that time.
You needed something that I could not even help you out with, even if I tried.
Yeah.
And, like, I needed someone there, you know?
Yeah.
Too. So.
Just wasn't the right time to be together.
Yeah, but it wasn't a long time, so I don't think it matters.
Yeah, I think it was just a phase.
Yeah.
I just needed to see other people.
Wow, rude.
Because we were together for so long. I just needed to date other people. Maybe there's other people.
Anyone ever
I hate those storylines. Like, all right, have fun with everyone else then. Because I'm going to be doing my thing over here.
I have friends.
You're not needed. So what are some of your criterias for a friendship? Because you got friends for days. Like, I'm impressed with you. Side note, and then we'll come back to the criteria. I'm impressed with how well you make friends as an adult. Like, not to say I have issues making friends,
a lot
but
of people have problems with that.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've struggled with that too, but I think it's really just, like, putting yourself out there. And, like...
What a cliche.
I know. I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry.
So sorry. So do you, like, send out your resumes?
Yeah, I'm like...
Your cover letter is really convincing.
Likes Del Taco.
I know.
Tired a lot. Also likes to go
cries
out.
a lot. I know.
Cries over anything. If someone hurts my feelings.
You know what? That's a pro.
I'm a cry it. Change it.
I'm a cry it.
I don't know why. And I don't know, because I think some people will be like, oh, your friends aren't great. Well, I think they're great people. You know?
I think you're in one of the best places you've been in for
a
long time. Like, top 3, for sure.
I'm, like, wondering what the other ones were.
I can't think of any, honestly. I just... Not that you were ever bad. It's just this is, like, one of your best places.
And I've always been someone who feels, like, so happy when I'm surrounded with many different people.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, I do have my, like, you're my best friend, clearly.
Yeah.
And I do have my friends that I'm close to, but, like, I love the perspectives
Of different people.
Different people.
Yeah. I could totally see that.
And I have friends that serve different purposes as well. Like,
yeah.
But they all make me feel equally as full.
So what are those criterias if you reach from different places?
Aren't afraid to make fun of themselves.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. I like that.
Because...
So specific humor is what you're saying, too.
Yeah, but more like...
Must drive an 87 Porsche.
Yes. Like, I guess... Because I'm very silly. I'm a very silly person.
Yeah.
I'm like, what if I do a funny voice? And
if you don't match my funny voice, we're not going to
And
work.
if they're all like, what was that voice? I'll be like, oh, nothing. Or I'll be like, oh, okay, you're not that type of person, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess we're not going to be friends.
So humor is really important. You know, that is like one of my top criteria for anything.
Yeah, I don't know why, because having fun is so important.
I know, it's so true. Because
and
everything else is so scary.
Not judgmental.
Ooh. Not judgmental in what way? Because we're fairly judgmental. But I feel like we're judgmental with, like, good intent.
I guess what I'm saying is someone who's not racist? Is that, like,
not
is
racist.
that too high of standards for a friend these days?
I feel like it might be. Maybe lower it to just minorly racist. Not xenophobic is great, too.
Yeah.
Not sexist. You know what?
Good points.
There's
a good person? Question mark?
Good person.
We all die?
Please send applications to Sage Christian.
This is off the record. Just so you know.
That's so funny.
Oh, I know what I wanted to say.
Oh, what did you want to say?
So, my mother has this saying.
Shout out to Colleen!
That in order to have good friends, you need to be a good friend.
Ooh.
And I also think that's why
Colleen's
I'm surrounded by a lot of good people.
Oh, loyalty.
Yes.
Because you're really loyal.
I think so. Sometimes not. I've done messed up stuff sometimes.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me off the record.
Off the record?
No, I mean like literally off the record.
Off the record. One time I had a party and I didn't invite you. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, that would be so...
Even
usually,
if I don't invite you, it's because I know you have work.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were talking about friends. Do you have any other questions or like concerns, comments? Let's talk about you.
Me? That's my favorite subject to talk about.
I know, because I've known you for 15 years.
I know. I love attention.
You approach friendships differently than me. I feel like you like want to be. You're like a little puppy. You're like, I want to be your friend. I love you. Your hair is perfect.
Yes.
I love your dress. We're gonna be friends.
When I was younger, it was bad. It was really bad.
No, in like a needy way, but you're still the same person.
I've grown out of the like desperate need for validation from everyone I ever talk to, which is great. It feels really good. I appreciate it. I do want. I'm more in a place where I want to validate others. Like I want.
Yeah.
Which is why I've always complimented.
You've always been that way, though.
Yeah. But before it came from a place of, if I do this for you, you're going to do this for me.
Yeah.
Which is bad. Now I'm just in a place, well, through your example, I'm like, I have to like, because I've never had issues finding friends or becoming friends with people, because I'm very willing to like walk up to someone and be like, hey, who are you? I'm Sage, let's be friends. But, like, through your example, like, just really, like, going for a friendship in, like, an entire way.
I feel like you are better at it than I am. I feel like you will be like, give me your number. I'll text you. We're going to hang out. And I'm like...
Yeah, but you actually do it when you say that.
I'm like, is it weird if I ask?
No.
Maybe we should start out as, like, Snapchat friends.
Maybe
and
then,
then,
to the next level.
and then I'll awkwardly ask them for their number after, like, the millionth time we've hung out. And then I'll be like...
Wait, how are you
are we friends now? Like, what are we?
Well, I guess, I don't know, that's so funny. How were you contacting them if you didn't have their number? Were you, like, sending a smoke signal? Oh, okay. Smoke signal's funny.
Or, like, a quail.
Oh, that would be so cute if you actually communicated
You
that
know
way.
I hate birds, though.
I know, I couldn't deal with that.
It's not logical.
Do you remember in the beginning of our friendship?
No.
Of course you... Oh, that's funny. We sent letters to each other?
Yeah, I think I still have them.
If you had the letters!
I really, off the record, I think I actually do.
Oh
do you
my
want me
God.
to look for them?
Yes, please.
Okay. So, I cannot find them.
She burned it all because she hates me. Isn't that
I
right?
put your picture away. Sat down and cried for days. I can't look at you while I'm lying next to her.
Yeah, so we didn't find it. But since we have put you through 22 minutes of us talking, I will finish it up with the question I ask everyone, and then a cute little quip about how someone died. Fun times, talking about someone else's death. Woo! So, how do you feel about death? / dying.
I'm just going to start with a disclaimer that I don't know anything for certain.
Yes.
I don't even know if I exist, if I'm going to be quite honest.
I 100% agree. Continue.
I think that it's not that scary. I don't think it's as scary as you think it is.
Yes. I do think it's scary.
I think... What I always say is I don't want to live forever.
Mm-hmm. So you understand that there's a time.
Yeah, and I don't want to, like Caitlin said in the last episode, like, I don't want to die tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm comforted by the fact that one day all that I've done in my life was for something, was for, like, an end goal. Like, would you just like to climb a mountain just to climb the mountain? No, you want to get to the top, a.k.a. the bottom when you die.
Or the top.
You know,
we don't know direction. We don't know direction.
The world is turning.
The wheel in the sky keeps on turning.
I don't know where I'll be tomorrow. That wasn't that funny. Off the record, this is the reason why we're friends, because you're the only one who would think that's funny.
Off the record, that was really good. I love when people say lyrics in a normal tone, like a normal talking tone. I think it's one of the funniest things. That and, like, fingers walking. Anyway.
It's a little bit funny.
You're stupid. I hate you.
Ouch. I'm sorry, this negative energy. I think we need to stop being friends.
Okay.
You know how I operate. Why would you even say that?
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I know, okay. Sorry, everyone. But also, you're welcome. And on the end note, the death of this podcast, we're going to end with a silly death I heard about. Bleep, 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 bleep.
Can any death really be silly? Though?
No,
I feel like you're being
nothing is ever
really
silly.
insensitive.
I don't know the names, so maybe this is just a death I made up.
Hubert was driving.
So Hubert was driving to see his friend, and he lives somewhere where apparently there are bales of hay, giant bales of hay.
Hayville.
Probably Hayville, Oklahoma. And he is on his way to meet with his friend, and this giant bale of hay was
giant.
It was probably like 3,000 pounds. Just at the right time, squished him.
God.
Yeah. If he had, like, maybe stopped for a second or caught a red light, the timing wouldn't have been so perfect, but...
And I think the lesson, which I've experienced this lesson very really in life, is...
Don't live by bales of hay?
No. You never know when somebody is going to die. Which is why you should love them like it's their last day. And I really stand by this because really nobody knows when their time is up.
Let's end it on that philosophical, enlightening comment.
It's been wonderful and terrible at the same time.
Love you all. Hope you don't die tomorrow.